data that I had shared, had told you I wanted to share with you, right? Involves college, career, and military readiness. So I shared with you our early childhood and early grades data, right, on MClass and the tremendous growth that our teachers have had in their students, not just this year, but last year, right? And so our college, career, and military readiness, CCMR, that our Texas Education Agency calls it, is live data, well, technically one data that's 1 year behind, that's found in the TAPER report, which is the report that the state agency puts out in December every year, that tells us how every school system is performing, right? And so CCMR shares with us, college, career, military readiness, how Vanguard is doing compared to all these other school systems, right, across the state, across the region and the state. Currently, Vanguard Academy, 100% of our students are CCMR ready or complete, 100%. Number one in the region, number one in the state, right? Number one in the region because there's no other school system in the Rio Grande Valley that has 100% CCMR completion. Vanguard Academy does, and that data is found in the Texas Education website, right? When it comes to associate degrees, Vanguard Academy started providing associate degrees and affording up associate degrees to our students in 2017, 2018. And so for the last 5-6 years, we have grown that significantly. Currently, Vanguard Academy, 23% of our students are completing an associate's degree through South Texas College. This work, whether it's CCMR, whether it's dual credit, whether it's approved industry-based certifications, whether it's associate degrees, this work would not be possible without the support of South Texas College. South Texas College is a tremendous partner of Vanguard Academy because of our early college high schools, and also because they are the ones, they're the leading institution in the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas when it comes to early college and dual credit. And so when it comes to associate degrees, Vanguard Academy sits at number 3 in the region and the state. So there's a couple of other institutions in the Rio Grande Valley that have a little bit higher averages than Vanguard Academy. We're at 23%. The other two institutions are a couple percentage points higher. But those institutions have been doing this work since 2005. Vanguard just started in 2017, 2018. So that's why we're excited about this work, because we're number 3 with associate degrees, offering associate degrees through South Texas College for our students. And so we're super excited because this coming year we're looking at continuing to increase the needle. The number 3 area is dual credit. And when it comes to affording students dual credit college coursework at Vanguard Academy is number 1 in the region, offering 69% of our students the opportunity to take and enroll in college courses. Number 1 in the region, number 1 in the state of Texas. When it comes to approved industry-based certifications, Vanguard Academy afforded 76% of our graduates from last year with an industry-based certification. By far, double digits by far, higher than the closest regional institution in the region and in the state of Texas. So we're number 1 with 76% of our graduates receiving industry-based certifications. Vanguard Academy is number 1 in the region and the state. When it comes to graduation rate, 100% of our students graduate on a yearly basis from Vanguard Academy. This data is based on the TAPER report from TEA, based on the class of 2021. You know, usually this data lags a year, 2 behind, but we're super excited because in these 5 components that I just shared with you, Vanguard Academy sits at number 1 in the region and the state, and number 3 for associate degrees in the region and the state. So that's pretty good, remarkable work from our teachers and our staff. At Vanguard Academy, we came up with some metrics, right, that we call what matters most, right? And so we came up with 19 metrics, right? And out of the 19 metrics, Vanguard Academy met 15 out of the 19. A couple of them we went a little bit down, and we believe it was because of the pandemic. And even though we did a lot of the legwork and a lot of the groundwork with our college advisors and our principals, ensuring that our kids enrolled in higher ed, right? And higher ed after they graduated from high school, we went down like, 8% from 72% enrolling the year before. 80% enrolling the year before to 72%. But most school systems in the Rio Grande Valley, they're at 50 or 60%. And by far, we're still way ahead of the region and the state. And so students graduating on time, from a 4-year institution or after 6 years, even though we went down 8 points, right? Obviously, back in 2015, I'm going to talk about two things in this area. Back in 2015, the governor came up with the 60 by 30 plan, which is having 60% of our 25 to 34-year-old young people, right, having an advanced degree or certification. Well, we're already hitting almost those numbers from the class of 2017 and 2018 currently, even though now they've also moved it to 2035, right? And so we're almost there. We went down in those areas a little bit, right, a few percentage points. But where we have Latinos and Hispanics, only 8%, 9% graduating with an advanced degree 4 or 6 years after high school, Vanguard Academy is already at 38 and 46, 47%. And so we're by far surpassing what the research says about Latinos and Hispanics, because 47% of our class of 2017 has already graduated with a 4-year degree, you know, an advanced degree, a certification or an associate's or a bachelor's. And so that's remarkable work. The class of 2018 sits at 38%. Yes, it's 60 by 30, but remember, we have until 2030. This is current based on 21, 22, so a year or two ago. And so by now, we're going to look at the clearinghouse report to see where we're at the end of May, because these numbers have probably gone up too. And so another area where we went down a little bit was dual course credits. We went from 83 to 69%, right, from one year to the next, which are the pandemic years. So in all metrics, we met 15 out of the 9 metrics. Some of them are pre-K enrollment, kinder readiness, how our students perform in 3rd grade STAR. Are they on MEETS grade level, right? That's the difference between approaches, MEETS, and masters. MEETS means that the students are actual on grade level. At 3rd grade reading and math, our students last year showed remarkable growth and that they're on grade level in reading and math. 8th grade STAR reading and math, our students being on grade level as well. By far a great improvement. And of course, exams for English 2 and Algebra 1. 72% of our students that took English 2 last year are on grade level at MEETS, so they're ready for college courses. 72% of our last year sophomores. Freshmen, 53% of our freshmen from last year were ready to take college algebra as sophomores now. 53%. That's a huge number compared to the region and to the state. When it comes to 4-year graduation rates, you know, we met that metric. FAFSA completion, 100% of our kids complete their FAFSA. And I wanted to share a little bit about that, because in order for our students to go into college, we want to make sure that FAFSA is completed so that they can qualify for scholarships, grants, or even loans, right? Student loans. We try to push for scholarships and grants first. And so this past weekend, we held the second part of our yearly fundraiser for scholarships. And this year, Vanguard Academy locally raised $90,000 for student scholarships locally, right? Most of our students receive from $1,000 to $2,000 in scholarships every year, or $3,000. But what's also unique about this is, even though we offer local scholarships, Vanguard Academy current senior class of 2023, our current senior class sits at $33 million in scholarships offered to our current seniors. $33 million in scholarships offered to them. So that's remarkable work that our college advisors are doing, our teacher mentors, and our administrators, our principals at the campuses. Really proud of that work, because at one time, back in 2018, Vanguard Academy had only afforded our kids $200,000 in scholarships. Now, our current seniors, $33 million in scholarships offered to them. Locally, even the $90,000 that we raise is almost on par to the $200,000 that our students used to receive back in 2018. And so these metrics is what guides the work of our board of directors. This is what guides our Vanguard Academy work too. Are we meeting these metrics? And if we're not, okay, how is it that we can meet them, right? Using our data as a flashlight to help us grow, and not as a hammer, but a flashlight. And so super proud and excited with the work that Vanguard Academy teachers, administrators, leaders, principals are doing with our students and families.